Right, and Dewi, well, you scored 61 on the last paper that you did for me, which I was absolutely delighted with. That would have got you a C. Hopefully, we will see a similar mark now in this paper. Let's see how it goes. That's your answer, okay? But it's actually £3.10 because we're working in money, but they won't penalise you. That's good. It's not 360. These are going up. If you look, you're going from 0 to 100 in 5 jumps. So each little jump is 20. So it isn't 360. It's that's actually 120, 40, 60. So that should be 320. You've taken it to be 360. And you've then taken off what have you done to get 260? So you have taken off 600. What have you read that to be? 665. So you correctly read that to be 620. So that is correct for your incorrect reading. So the maths is correct, but there's no communication there. You're not telling me really what you're doing or why you're doing it. 63 is correct as a square count, but you haven't read the question. In this question, each square is worth 8, so you have to multiply that. So out of that you will only get 2 out of the 3. That's good. That's not a diameter. Diameter would go all the way across. It's a radius. A rhombus is a squashed square. That is a chord. Diameter goes all the way across the center. 94 is okay, I think. Hold on. Yeah, 94 is fine. That's not perpendicular. Perpendicular is at right angles to it. So what you need to do is take your plastic ruler, line up one of the lines going across your ruler to match up along the line they give you. Okay, so that lines up. That means that the edge of this ruler is now at right angles to that line. Slide your ruler across until it comes through C, and that's your perpendicular line. So 2, 1, only 3 marks on that page. Not 3.2, and you haven't shown many workings out, but it's only worth 1 mark anyway. What you have to do is to write the temperatures, sorry, not the temperatures, the rain in Swansea in order of size. So it's 3, 3, then we've got a 3.5, then we've got a 4, and then we've got a 4.5. So the middle one is 3.5. 8/20ths is correct, but 2/5 is also correct. Use your calculator here, okay? So 8 out of 20, fraction button, 8 over 20. If you press equals now, it will turn it into a fraction, its simplest form. Times it by 100 and it will turn it into a percentage. So that one is going to be 40, that one is as well, so you're only going to get 1 mark. That's correct. Now for this one, again, use your fraction button on your calculator to do the work for you. So we've got 5, 6, so fraction button 5 over 6, take away fraction button 1 over 3 equals half. And all you've got to do is write down a half. So 6 on that page. 1, -4. These are right, but they're not to 1 decimal place. To 1 decimal place, that one's 14.1, and this one is 1 point. That's 1 decimal place. You look at the next one, if it's 5 or more, it rounds up. So you will lose 1 out of the 4 marks there. For this one, on your calculator, you can either use your percentage button, so you would write 86% and then of means times 58. Sorry, it should be 87%, shouldn't it? Sorry, so 87% of 58, 50.46. Or you would write 87% as 87 pence written in pounds, which would be 0.87 times. Add 7. No, yes, no, yes, yes. Right. If a ticket costs £T, let's say it cost £5, how many pence would that be? 500. What have you done? Times by 100. With this one, if one block weighs 2 kilograms, 8 blocks would weigh 8 lots of 2, 16. If it weighs W, it'll be W lots of 8. And with this one, hopefully you can see there, it's a times 3. 4 3s are 12, 12 3s are 36. And if the sign changes, it means it's being multiplied by a negative. Plus times a minus is a minus, minus times a minus is a plus, plus times a minus is a minus, and so on. 1 0 0 1 0 2 5 6 7 9 on that page. The range isn't 34. The range is the biggest to take away the smallest. The oldest there is 47. The youngest is 24, which means the range is 23. A year ago, the eldest would have been 46. The youngest would have been 23, which means the range would have been the same. And for the mean, you have to add them all up and divide by however many there are. And you haven't done that, or you haven't shown me you've done that. That's good. 6 for the page. That is right. Now for this one, you correctly divided by 1.52, but that 285 is wrong. What you have to do is 1824 take away 1649, and that comes to 175, and that's what should be in there. So I'm not sure what you've done wrong there, where that came from, because you haven't shown me. That is good, well done, and so is that. 5 8 for the page. You reflected that in the line x equals 0. Okay, that's the line where the x coordinate is always 0. The line y equals 1 is the line where the y coordinate is always 1, which is there. So you want to reflect it down that way. You get 1 mark for a correct reflection, and that is right, well done. The maximum area is correct. The minimum area isn't 90 times 90 because the minimum width is 45, so it should be 45 times 90. So you will get 2 out of the 4 for that. 6 for the page. That's totally wrong. Watch how I do that on the video, but we will go through questions like that in class. This one's not right. There's 365 days in the year, so it's going to be out of 365. And if 119 of them were wet or snowy, then 365 less 119 of them will be not wet or snowy, which is 246 out of 365. We'll be doing questions like that, like this week. And that one's not right, and again that's something that we will be practicing before the paper 2 exam. So I don't think you've done as well on this one. Let's see, 10, 15, 18, 24, 33, 39, 47, 53, 53, which is a grade D, but on this paper you only needed 57 to actually get a C, so you're only 4 marks off a grade C with that. And when you go through it, you've easily dropped 10 straightforward marks in the first few questions. So not as good as last time, but easily things in there that you can put right, Dewi.